Hey guys, Nick and Jay here from EonsOfBattle.com. Today we're going to bring you another battle report, a roulette style battle report. We have finally decided upon some official rules for this game. The rules are 2 1,000-point armies. Currently we have 3 different armies to choose from, Orks, Space Marines, and Necrons, with more on the way. We will be rolling off to see which army we will receive. So we don't actually know ahead of time. We have all 3 of these armies together, and then we will each take a turn rolling the dice to see which army we end up with. We will then assemble a 1,000-point army that we don't get to see. We don't get to see each other's army ahead of time. There is no list building, list tailoring. So the first time we'll see each other's army is when they're deployed on the battlefield. We will take as many turns as necessary to eradicate the other's presence from the game board. And we are also using the Unbound Army rules. And there is no night fighting turn 1. It's not, there's no night fighting. Alright, so we're getting ready to roll off for which army we get. On 1 or 2, it's the Necrons, 3 or 4 Orks, and 5 or 6 Space Marines. So I'm gonna go first. 3. Wag!
My turn.
Roll again.
There we go. Okay, Necrons. Pretty cool. Okay.
This is gonna be exciting.
Hey guys, Nick here. This is my 1,000 points of Necrons. So over here we have 13 Necron warriors with 1 Necron lord that has a resurrection orb. Over here we have 10 Necron warriors. Then we have 10 immortals with Tesla guns. Then we have 2 canoptic spiders with twin-linked particle beamers with 3 scarab swarm bases. Then over here we have 6 canoptic race with whip coils. And that is my 1,000 point list.
And this is my 1,000 points of fun, fantastical orcs. I have a 26-man squad of orc shooter boys. I have 2 truck boys squads, that's 11 orc boys, and a knob without power claw. None of my knobs in this army have power claws. Stuck in trucks. 2 of those squads, and then up front I have 2 more trucks. The trucks are all fielded and naked, and then each war boss has 3 knobs with him that are also power clawless. And the war bosses are also power clawless. They will be joining the knob units, and they will be embarked in the transport. And that is my 1,000 points of orcs. Rolling for terrain. 8 pieces of terrain. Well, as an orc player, I know what I'm taking. Alright, rolling for deployment. I'm the red dice. Oh, baga!
It's a 4 and a 1.
4 and a 1.
I think I win.
Yep, so will I be going first, or will you be going first?
You will be deploying first and going first.
Kinda figured.
Yep.
So this is the table we'll be fighting on. It's pretty even with the terrain, with 2 kind of gaps by the edges, but usually the edges aren't the battlefields. There's kind of a big open area in the middle, so this will probably become no man's land. Both the red dice are where the armies will be deploying behind, and now I'm going to roll off to see where the orcs land. So 1, 2, 3, it'll be on this side near the Gothic ruins. 4, 5, and 6, it'll be over there by the pipe base. 3. Orcs are over here. Necrons are over there. Should be an exciting game. So this is my orc deployment. The truck boys and shooter boys are on the table, and both of the trucks full of knobs are in reserve. The trucks are right up against the line, waiting to fly out at a moment's notice, and the shooter boys are clumped directly in the middle with the best vantage point to shoot with. With the Necrons, all of the Necron units are on the table, with the canoptic spiders in the back, probably getting ready to spawn some more scarabs each turn. And everything is pretty, most of the units seem to be pretty evenly placed right here, as if they're going to head up the board like that, but who knows. And then we have one little straggler squad over there looks like getting ready to deal with the truck. So it should be a pretty eventful Orks Turn 1. Alright, it might be the fastest turn in history. It's about 2.5 minutes later, and the Orks have just finished their turn. The trucks have both run behind terrain, and the shooter boys have slid into this ruins. That was it. That was the whole turn. The Orks pulled a 180 instead of charging. They have gone into hiding.
Cowards.
We'll see what kind of strategy that is. It's now time for the filthy Xenos Necrons, turn 1.
So not too much happened this turn since Jay hid all of his stuff, but these Necrons moved up and they also ran. These Wraiths, they moved up. They were going to run, but they only could run 1 inch. I made 2 more Scarab bases, then I moved the Scarabs up and the Spiders up. Then we have the shooting phase, which these Necron warriors over here shot against these Orks, killing 2 of them. And that is Necron's turn 1.
Alright, so Orks turn 2, a very eventful turn. There was no movement on the Orc side. There was some shooting. These 2 Orks were could see the Wraiths, so they fired, missing. And then there was no runs, and then in the assault phase, there were no assaults. This turn lasted about 1.5 minutes. It's now time for Necron's turn 2.
So we had a pretty eventful Necron's turn 2, I would definitely say. Wouldn't you say that, Jay?
Eh.
No? Okay. Well, anyways, we moved all this stuff up, and 2 Necron warriors died because of the dangerous terrain. We had the Necron warriors that survived shoot at the boys over here, and we killed pretty much half, including also the Immortals that also shot at them. And then over here we had just some Necron warriors move up. And then of course the Wraiths, they moved up and they charged, and they killed a bunch more Orc boys. And actually, they failed their morale or leadership twice, and they had to do mob rule, and I think we lost 4 Orcs in total using mob rule. And yeah, so that was Necron's turn 2, and we're going to be moving on to Orks turn 3.
Right, pretty eventful turn for the Orks. This truck moved to just to make sure that the Necrons couldn't get a beat on him. This truck didn't, and then a little assault happened over here, bringing this mob of Orks down to 1 Orc. 1 Orc survived the combat, and so he is tying up the Wraiths. So that'll be a very fun assault next turn. I think I'm gonna win. But yeah, he did a few wounds to the peely little Wraiths, but my boy is still alive. So I'm gonna say this turn is an Orc victory. Now it's time for Necron's turn 3.
So we had an interesting turn 3 for the Necrons. Basically lots of just movements and, of course, killing that one pesky boy that didn't want to leave. So I moved up the Necron warriors and the Immortals up onto the road, and I have my Scarabs and my Spiders here in the back here. And then I moved up my beautiful Necron warriors up here, possibly trying to get towards that truck maybe. And I won the combat that was over here with that one boy, and then I consolidated 5 inches over here, maybe going for that truck. Maybe not though. And that is the end of Necron's turn 3, and we're going to be moving on to Orks turn 4.
Great turn for the Orks. So as you notice, there are no more hiding Orks. Everything is out in the open. Everything attacked this turn. So these 2 trucks full of knobs arrived from reserves, swooped up, hopped out of their trucks, assaulted these 2 squads of the Immortals and the Warriors. This squad killed 2 Warriors, and this squad killed 1 Immortal. Big Choppas are doing okay. And then over in this fun little combat, this squad of boys actually killed 6 Necron warriors and then sent the other ones fleeing for their lives. And this truck moved up and parked right in front of the Wraiths. And that was it for my turn. Orks are making their comeback.
So we probably had the best Necron turn 4 ever. In the history of every game that's ever been played by any Necron player ever. Okay, so let's start with the movement phase. So we had all these guys just move up. Of course, we're still stuck in combat over here. These guys, they ran away the previous turn and they had to pass their check again, and they did, and they moved 3 inches back towards the table edge just to move away from the orcs that were over here. We also had the race over here by the truck, which moved up over here really close to the boys. So then, shooting phase. So these shot at some of the boys. I don't believe it killed any at all. And then we had, oh yeah, this is where the best thing ever happens.
Statistically improbable.
So
it boggles the mind.
I think we have to. We might have to show what happened a little bit. Okay, so I had the spiders shooting at this, and then I rolled the scatter, and it scattered into the orcs that were over here.
And only the orcs, not the Necrons, blocked in combat.
And it killed 2 of them, 2 of the knobs, and that was just.
And wounded the war boss.
Yes, and wounded the war boss, and so each one of these has a wound left, and that was turn. So, oh yeah, and the knobs and war boss destroyed some of the immortals, sending the other ones back over there, and that was turn. So next, Orks Turn 5.
It's Orks Turn 5. Looks like the orcs have been defeated in their own turn. The orcs have been rolling horribly in their assault phases. Although they did manage to finally pull out and kill the two remaining squads of Necron warriors and the Necron Lord, they still could not pull through the. There's a lot more heavy-hitting Necron stuff on the table. It's the end of the world for the orcs. They decided to retreat and fight on another day. So in this turn, this squad, this war boss and Knob attacked the warriors, causing 3 wounds. The warriors hit back, causing 1, killing a Knob. The war boss is now turned to face the scarabs and the 45-something wounds that they entitled. This squad of Knobs came in and attacked the immortals, causing a huge number of wounds, which resulted in 1 casualty.
I'm really lucky.
And the immortals hit back, bringing the war boss down to 1 remaining wound. Over in this corner of the ring, we will see a squad of 12 boys and their Knob, who are very pleased with themselves after annihilating that squad of warriors in 1 turn. However, they are staring down a very frightening-looking squad of Canoptic Wraiths that will undoubtedly reduce them down to, if not 0, 1 to 2 models. It was the worst of times. It wasn't the best of times. The orcs have been defeated. So we've just finished our game of 40k, 1,000 points, orcs versus Necrons, and the orcs were defeated.
Yes, they were. They were defeated.
It wasn't close.
No.
They took a beating. They had fun the first 4 turns. That 5th turn, though.
Well, they were just chilling on the little reserve place.
Yeah. So, yeah. Maybe more elite orc army, if such a thing exists, would do better.
And power gloves.
I will defeat the Necrons with orcs. That is something that I intend to do.
Alright.
So,
That's your left
good
hand.
game. Yeah, because I'm left-handed. That's how it works.
No, it's still
I lost.
right-handed.
Give this to me.
No. It's the right hand or it doesn't count. No. Both right hands. Okay.
If you'd like to see more battle reports like this, you can visit our website, EonsOfBattle.com. If you have any other ideas for videos or tutorials you'd like to see us do, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you for watching.